standing here in the village of Ona, just outside of L'Aquila in Italy. And as you can see, the village is completely destroyed. This is one of many villages like this in the surrounding area that need your help. In L'Aquila, the Assemblies of God Church has set up a refuge point for people in need. They are a light in the darkness. Historically, the city of L'Aquila has been very closed to the gospel. But God is using this opportunity in history to establish himself once again in that city. And with your help, it's going to happen.
Quake woke us up in the middle of the night, and just like everyone in the city, we ran to the street. We got up and we immediately went to our car. Our first thought was to go looking for the believers of our church. We went from house to house, and especially to those believers' houses where we knew they did not have a way to get out of the city, and they did not have a car. So we went to the center of the city, and when we were there, we understood how terrible the damage was. We saw people who were crying on the streets, and they were looking through the debris to try to find their loved ones. And many of these came running to us and grabbed onto us and asked for help. And we were able to pray with many of those who were desperate.
This afternoon, a woman walked by crying and all alone. I put my arm around her and she said, "Everyone is leaving. They all have a place to go, and I have nothing." And I said, "Not everyone is leaving. There are a lot of people here that will take care of you."
Our Pentecostal brethren have tried very hard to evangelize the city of L'Aquila, and it's always been a very tough nut to crack. I personally, as a young missionary 33 years ago, have passed out tracts and preached on the streets, and with very little results, if any at all. And today, the young pastor Roberto Vela, he has told me about the heartache of preaching on the streets and seeing very little results. But in spite of this tragedy of over 280 people that were killed, a tremendous tragedy, one child in the church was killed. That is a horrible tragedy. Many tears have been shed. But we believe that out of ashes, out of the rubble, Jesus Christ is going to build his church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail. And we believe that Roberto Vela, 31-year-old pastor, he is going to be the man that leads the Church of God, the Church of Jesus Christ in that city, and we will see a great church established.
We praise the Lord because we have the opportunity to be here in the center of the camp. The church here in L'Aquila is completely destroyed, and really we are in touch with the needs. We can be a real light in the darkness. So we thank the people in America and the believers for all the help they are giving us, and they can be sure that everything will be done for the glory of God. We will not make differences between believers or not believers, because we think that the need is need and everybody has to be helped.
Here in L'Aquila, there is no shortage of need. The church was completely destroyed, and many of the members have no homes left. There are two things that you can do in this time of need. The first is that you can pray. Pray for the pastor, pray for the church leadership, and pray for the members. Second is you can be generous, because the reconstruction project that faces this church is huge.